Welcome back to my chaotic yet peaceful channel. I know this may be a little different from my regular content, but I would like to talk about anything I want to talk about on this channel and be able to post anything that's on my mind. So today I wanted to talk about Bella Poarch's new music video called Build a Bitch, because it is very interesting. I've seen a lot of videos talking about the music itself, about Bella Poarch as a person, about the celebrities in the video, about the lyrics and the themes in her music. But I haven't seen a lot of people talk about the film style. Like, a lot of people, as they're watching it, they say, "Oh wow, it feels like a movie." I think no one really stops to think why it feels so cinematic and what elements of it are specifically adding to that effect. So I really wanted to dive into it a little bit today. I'm by no means a director, a producer. I've never worked on a film set or done any shoots for a music video or anything, but I feel like I have a lot of theory knowledge because one of my majors was screen and media, and what we do for 3 years is basically watch clips of like media, videos, film over and over again and then analyze them. So we look at things like mise en scène, which is a fancy French word that just literally translates to setting the stage. So that includes stuff like the acting, the props, the set lighting, the composition, just stuff that you see on the screen. And then we also look at cinematography, which is how all that stuff is put together and edited in a way that conveys a message. And in a music video, it gets even more interesting because you have the music and the lyrics element adding into that storyline. And it's very quick. It's not like a movie. So now, as a side effect of being a film student for 3 years, I can't turn my film student brain off whenever I watch anything. And it drives a lot of people insane because I comment on little things that happen in everything I watch. So what I'm basically saying is that I'm here to drive you insane today as well. Just kidding. I'm just another person with an opinion. And I also really like having conversations about film. So if you have an opinion about this music video or you notice something different, because I can't talk about every single little thing in this video, feel free to leave a comment down below. I'm happy to respond. I love having discussions about these kind of things. Also, this is not a reaction video, so I won't be playing her music video in order. I'll just be showing some clips and some scenes from it, which should fall under fair use for copyright reasons. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, maybe go watch her music video and come back if you want to, but only if you want to. I have a lot of notes on my laptop and the video pulled up as well, so if I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking at my notes. So the first big thing that I want to point out, that I haven't seen anyone point out, maybe they have, but I just haven't seen it. There's been a lot of reactions to this music video. I mean, it's very big. It has like almost 90 million views. Is that this is filmed in CinemaScope. So what is CinemaScope? So in the 50s and 60s, there was this special type of lens called an anamorphic lens. So it was used to squeeze a widescreen image onto like film or a sensor. We don't use that lens system anymore, but we still refer to it as CinemaScope. So we refer to that aspect ratio that is squeezed like in a widescreen, kind of like that. So if by some chance you don't know what aspect ratio is, it's basically the ratio of the width to the length of the screen. So for CinemaScope, that ratio can be about 1 to 2.5. So the interesting thing about it is that it crops the top and bottom view, but it extends the side views. So as a director or a person who is filming with CinemaScope, you have to structure everything in your shot horizontally instead of vertically. And you have to be very careful with how you frame your subject so that it doesn't feel like you're watching something that is cropped. Like, it has to feel like you're watching something in your normal kind of field of vision, if that makes sense. And like, I find this very interesting because not a lot of things are filmed in CinemaScope anymore. It's kind of a very interesting stylistic choice that they had for this music video. And in my opinion, it's done pretty well. So if you think about the heads on the manufacturing band and the body parts and the men waiting in line for the factory and also the women waiting in line to grab a weapon, that's all structured very horizontally. Like, the manufacturing band moves from like left to right on the screen. I keep on saying scream instead of screen. Can I stop? On the screen, they move from left to right. They move horizontally. They don't move vertically. And also throughout this whole music video, you don't see a lot of people's feet. Like all the shots, or most of the shots, are like medium. So like they cut them off at the waist, or close-up shot. But I mean, if you think about it, we don't really need to see their feet. Like, does it matter? We know their feet are there. The only shot that I wish I could have seen a more full body is when she's doing the dancing in the middle of all the chaos and they're destroying like the factory. I just wish she was a bit further away from the camera, or the camera was a bit further away so you could see a bit more, because it felt just a little bit tight. But that's just like a personal opinion. Like, I don't know why they did that. And then I also wanted to like mention the vertical structure that they had. So the elevator that brought up the girls from the factory, that kind of caused a frame within a frame. So when you have that in a shot, I feel like it really helps you focus on what is inside the frame within a frame. So there's a lot of empty space on the sides, and there's like something in the middle that is really ultra focused, like when she comes up in that lift. So yeah, I mean, when you watch a video, maybe try to notice how the aspect ratio adds or contributes to your viewing experience. Okay, so next I want to talk about lighting. So I mean, this is more obvious, like lighting and color are things that are more obvious. It creates like a mood, ambiance. So the lighting is quite low in this music video, but it's very pinpointed and it plays a lot with the depth of focus. So if you have less light, you have less depth of focus. And then there's little pops of color from the light or the machine or something that is like mainly important. It's not completely towards the horror, scary vibe, but it's definitely creepy. Like, it sets that creepy kind of mood. I mean, it works really well with Bella's facial expressions that she gives, like the small creepy smiles that she has. And I mean, that's kind of her brand, right? She's like innocent, but also like cool and like creepy at the same time. And the song is the same vibe. Like, there's a lot of lyrics that indicate that. Oh, by the way, I'm wearing my girl power necklace. I don't know if you can see it, but I feel like it vibes with what I'm talking about. Anyway, so the first man that comes into the shop, like the first in line, he has bright blue hair. And I know he has this hair in real life. But at the beginning, I was a bit thrown off by that color because it didn't match the color scheme with the music video. But then I realized that actually that color on his hair makes him stand out more, because he's the person who is kind of introducing us to the story. So he's the one that comes in and selects buttons on the machine on what kind of woman he wants. I feel like in the end, that was a really good choice, having him in a different hair color than other people. I don't know if he was picked specifically because of his hair color, if they did that on purpose, or it just ended up being a happy accident. Do you see what I mean about my brain thinking about all those tiny little things that may seem not important, but maybe they add to the storyline? Like, maybe I overanalyze everything. Like the hair color on a dude. Like, it really makes me wonder, like little things like that. Like, I wish I could talk to the director or the producer or the like editor or like all these people just to know like what they were thinking when they did each little thing. Okay, so now I want to break down my favorite scene stylistically. It's only about 10 seconds and I will play it for you. It really doesn't seem like much when you first watch it, but there's a bunch of little things in there that I really, really like. And maybe you can spot them as well. Okay, so that was it. Okay, so first of all, I'm a sucker for whip pans, and especially well done whip pans. So what's a whip pan? It's that quick transition, like when you pan your camera, and it creates kind of a motion blur. Nowadays, it's mostly used to disguise cuts in action sequences. So if you watch a Hollywood film that has an action sequence and you have the main actor and the stunt double, they use that really quick like motion blur sometimes to replace the actor with the stunt double. So if you watch these scenes in like 0.5 speed, so like you lower the speed, you can see the stunt double and not the actor in that scene. I bet they don't expect anyone to actually watch the scene in 0.5 speed, but hi, here I am watching a scene in 0.5 speed to see if there's a cut there or not. But like, the interesting part about it is that it's very, very effective when it's done right. So in this scene, there's 2 whip pans, and there's great continuity in between them. Like, it jars you a little when her face pops up really big on the screen, but it's not a jump scare because you were expecting her to come closer because she was already kind of motioning towards you. Like, she pops up very big and her eye spins, but there's nothing very scary. It's just kind of creepy. I'm not a fan of jump scare horror. Like, I'm okay with being creepy, but I don't like things that like scare me just for the reason of scaring me. So I like it when there's a kind of nuance. Is that the right word? Nuance. Wait, let me look up if that's the right word. Yeah, I think that's the right word, like a nuance to a scene, instead of it being completely scary just for the sake of being scary. Okay, so that's the first thing, the whip pans. Second is that the claps in the music happen on the action and alongside the editing. So let me show you what I mean. It's hard to catch because the scene is only 10 seconds. So the first one is a ding, and then there's 8 claps. So I'm gonna read off my notes really quickly. So there's a ding, the guy's face like frowns a little. The first clap, she shoots up. Second clap, she opens the door to get out. Third clap, so we see what the guy selected on the machine, and the height is all the way down, which I think is pretty humorous. The fourth clap, we see her creepy face. Fifth clap, neck break. Sixth clap, dude falls. 7, machine goes error, like right on the clap, error. And the 8th clap is the little factory dude punching the machine because it's not working. So I'm just gonna rewatch that, and I'm gonna clap when all these things happen. Perfect, I'm not. Ding. Yeah, so it's like, this is probably my favorite thing in musicals and in music videos, when they match the editing and the actions with the music. So this is not like the actors singing the lyrics or dancing, like you're expecting that to match, but like you're not always expecting the editing to match. And also it happens in a bunch of other scenes, like when she says, boys are always playing dolls, looking for their Barbie. So Barbie has 2 syllables. So I'll play that for you. It happens right after this one. Boys are always playing dolls, looking for their Barbie. So the first syllable bar, she like hits and grabs the axe, and the second syllable, she pulls it out. So Barbie. Also when she's breaking the machine with the axe, her hits are on beat, like all the time. Go back and watch it, like her hits are on the beat. It also happens when she says Bob the Builder at the beginning. The manufacturing band jerks her right as she says Bob the Builder. So like the blinking, the little movements, the hitting, everything is like structured really well on beat. When she twists the wheel, 1, 2, 3, boom, and the fire like rises up right on the beat. When you watch the video, it's like you don't catch it all in the first glance. Like you gotta watch it a couple of times. But if you pay attention, you can see how much effort went into that. Like they meticulously went in and did that. And it's just satisfying. It's satisfying in a music video where it's not just like, oh, cut, show something, without any like thinking about the editing. It's not just pretty pictures. Like they're actually trying to tell a storyline to match the action with the music. So yeah, I could sit here and analyze every single shot and talk about the themes of like feminism, Asian representation, TikTok drama, or how people deal with trauma. Like these are all themes in this music video, and she's like is a relatively new name. This is her first music video, so we don't know much about her. I mean, she hasn't done a lot of interviews either. Like, I'll link the Vogue interview that she did because she's a very interesting person. And yeah, I'm really curious to see what she does like next with her career. It gives me hope because there are artists who make things that are worth creating, and then like us as viewers still have things that are worth watching, you know? People were so quick to dismiss like TikTokers. Like, why are they expecting it to be bad just because Bella is from TikTok? Like, it doesn't matter how you get famous, it just matters what you bring to the table. Like, you obviously have something to offer. And on this occasion, she and her team, of course, delivered. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. I really wanted to film something that would add to the discussion and not just relay information that you've kind of already seen. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. My Instagram and Twitter are in the description box, and I'll see y'all next time. You know. Oh, and I don't know if I mentioned, the song is stuck in my head. It's a great song. I love the song. This ain't build a bridge filled with flaws and attitudes. So if you need perfect, I'm not built for you.